Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And hello, Michael. Good to see you again. I am running for Texas governor. My name is Joy Diaz. I live in Austin, Texas. I am a mother of two, a former public radio reporter for about 20 years. I traveled the state of Texas learning from the ground up what Texans want, what their needs are. And I reported in-depth stories about politics and government and healthcare and education. I'm a former teacher, and I am the child of missionaries. I grew up in Mexico City in the mission field. My parents worked in garbage dumps, helping people and changing lives. So why run for governor? To me, it is very personal. 49 years ago, we signed Roe v. Wade, right? And we declared that a woman had the right to end a pregnancy. I am the only woman in the Democratic ticket running for governor. And I can tell you that ending a pregnancy changed my life, saved my life. Women today, if they were faced with the choice that I had, would probably question, could I continue this pregnancy or should I end it? Why? Because ending a pregnancy now in the state of Texas can take your doctor to jail, can fine them, can anybody assisting you. And that is something that women should not be faced with. Sometimes it's a life and death choice. And if you want to preserve your life, you should not be afraid of losing your life just because the state of Texas has made an immoral choice on your behalf. For me, it's personal because voter rights are being trampled all over again. You know, remember 2019 when the state of Texas did those big voter, they were putting lists of people that they were removing from the rosters. Well, it was people like my husband, people who became citizens legally, US citizens, and we cannot allow that. That is a travesty. It is personal because as a mom of two children, one with autism, during the pandemic, remote learning was a disaster. You all experienced it, we experienced it. Special education students really suffered during this time, and we need to change all these things. It is about serving people. The governor of the state of Texas should be public servant number one. And right now we only have a bully in the office. Public servant number one. My heart is a heart of service. I learned that from my parents, and I learned that on the mission field. And then I've been learning what Texans need, learning about policy, learning about the different regions in our community, urban, rural communities, education, healthcare. And I believe that it is the heart of a servant what we need in this office, because our economy is doing well, but we have disregarded and disrespected the people of Texas for far too long. We have been stingy with our education. We have been stingy with our teachers. We have been stingy with our healthcare workers. Even today, as they are serving us during a pandemic, we disregard their needs and what they are going through. So why do I want to serve the state of Texas? Because I grew up with a heart for service. Why me? Why today? I tell people that during COVID, my son and I got sick. And when I was faced with my mortality, I thought to myself, have I done everything I could to serve the state, to change it, to make it better? No, I haven't. So I quit my job as a reporter, something I really loved and I was doing really well. And I decided to commit myself to this mission, to this service, to this calling, to fundamentally transform the state of Texas and change it into a place where people are heard, respected, and served. And I will be happy to answer any questions you have.
Yes, we do have a question from Joy Smith. The question about COVID, if it's still on our radar when you're elected, what plans do you have for dealing with it?
Thank you so much for asking that, Joy. In Spanish, we say tocaya when we have the same name. So tocaya, I don't know of a word in English that is like that. But now you learned one word in Spanish. So from a joy to a joy, I want to tell you this, the virus COVID-19 is going to stay with us forever. And what we need to do is we need to have plans that we have plan A, plan B, plan C, and we are guided by the best available science. And we are not guided by chaos or by politics or by whatever whim we are guided by today. Politics should not interfere with healthcare. Politics should not interfere with education. And science is not against us, it is for us. The reason why we live as long as we live today is because we have been learning from science. So what is the best policy at the moment when I take office is whatever the experts tell me it is. And we are going to abide by that, because these chaotic measures where we have masks one day and we don't have them the next day, where we are vaccinating, but we're not promoting vaccinations, but the chaos creates confusion, and confusion does not lead to anything positive. So we're going to have established policies guided by the best scientists in the state, which, by the way, we have world-class scientists who are creating vaccines for people in poverty all over the world. Our scientists from Texas are the ones who are developing those very affordable vaccines for the rest of the world. So I'm very proud of the work that they are doing here, but we need to be guided by their vision, by what they tell us. And also, I know that a lot of people are confused. Should we close again? Should we stay open? We need to stay open because of what we're going through financially, and because we know that COVID is going to stay with us. But if an area, if a community needs to be quarantined, we need to listen to the experts and be guided by them. I am not a health expert, but we have them, and we have the best in the world here. We need to listen to them, and we need to be strong. Politics cannot guide our healthcare decisions.
We have 1 minute and I have one more question. Joy, this is from Adrian Inglis. Joy, if you win, how will you work with Republicans to accomplish your goals?
Thank you so much for asking that, Adrian. The reason why I believe I can bring together Republicans and Democrats is because I live with Republicans and I live with Democrats. My family is a mixture. My mother is a Republican. She loves her party. She loves her God. I love my God and I love my party, but we can work together. We connect with each other. We love each other. And I think it starts with a position of mutual respect. We can respect one another and work together. You know, I saw my parents do that when they were serving in the mission field. They never asked anyone, what kind of faith do you have? What kind of party do you belong to? That's not the question. When our heart is for service, we serve everyone. I saw it as a public school teacher. I did not tell students, you're not allowed to come into my classroom because you're of a different party. So it starts with mutual respect. I did it as a reporter. I can do it as a governor.